Hey y'all, welcome back to the Safe Space podcast about honestly anything. I'm Britt, and today's episode is all about being a full-time mom, a full-time entrepreneur, and somehow still being you through it all. We're calling this one More Than the Hustle, the business of being her. Because let's be real, juggling it all doesn't come with the manual. So today, I brought someone on who lives it, breathes it, and is still figuring it out, just like the rest of us. She's adopted me as her little sister for as long as I can remember. So I want to welcome Keisha to the Safe Space podcast.
Hey, girl.
How are you today?
I'm good, sister. How are you?
I am great. I had to go into the office. That's okay, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Keisha, a 34-year-old single mom, business owner, all of that good stuff. And yeah, that's the gist of who I am.
The gist of who I feel like there's so much more to who you are, though.
And you know what? I am such of once we get deeper into the interview, then I'll be like, oh yeah, then I do this and I do this and I do, oh, I forgot to tell you, you know. So I'm just overall just a broad version of myself right now, but it'll come out.
You're not in a box.
Right.
You're outside of a box. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then let's dig into it. So the first part I want to just talk about is the illusion of balance.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear the word balance thrown out all the time, but I've got to ask, do you actually feel like balance is real, or is it just a cute word people use when they don't see the chaos?
I think it's a cute word.
A cute word? Why do you think that?
I don't think that there's always an equal balance of anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be something a little more than the other.
Okay. Now I can see that it's the scales are going to tip somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Never. So how do you try to somewhat keep things of a balance then?
As far as me being a mom and as far as life in general?
So let's say first entrepreneur.
Okay.
How do you balance out your day? How do you keep everything together without falling apart?
Well, the thing with me is I'm a Virgo. So, and I say this all the time, it's just the characteristic of me being a Virgo. I have to have everything in order.
Okay.
Gym has to be at 6 a.m. Have to be back at home and showered by 7:30. And then I may want to go out, call my mom, because that's my only friend. Mom, what are you doing? She's retired. She ain't got nothing to do but spend money. So we'll go to lunch. Okay, I'll meet you there at 10:30 or 11:30. So to me, everything is it has to be decency and important.
Okay. I like that. I can't wait to live that life.
Oh, girl.
Retirement. I'm ready to retire and I'm only 31. I'm tired of working.
Yeah, it doesn't have an age on it. So.
It doesn't. Okay. So then how do you balance then with being a mom?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you fit the time for your schedule with work? And then I'll say, okay, also I got 2 kids and I got to also make sure I have time for. How do you?
Yeah, well, that was the whole reason why I went into being a massage therapist. It's the openings of my schedule, because I'm gonna always be a mama first. I would rather live in a cardboard box as long as I got my kids with me, you know? So, with being a massage therapist, I can say, hey, I'll go to work from 10 to be able to drop the kids off at school and be off by 2 to be able to go, pick them up. Or if I want to take off, then I could say, hey, I won't take any clients today because, today is Terrion's birthday, or Josiah has a basketball game, or, if anything is going on, and I can, I have that leisure to say, okay, I could move things around or just not do it.
Not do it. So you have that flexibility and that time freedom. Sounds like the biggest thing. And I feel like that's the goal that everybody should strive
That is
for.
the goal. It's not the money for me. It's not, I want to wake up like today on a Tuesday. I had a client last week all of my clients, they're like in the home, they're retired or business owners. So they have the money to, get my services.
Yeah.
2 clients are easy, $1,500 each on band packages. Now I could sit down for, a few days. And if I want to go to lunch or if I want to go to, be at the gym longer, if I want to just lay in the bed,
you can.
I got that freedom to do it. So that's what it is for me.
And now when you were younger, like, has that always been the life that you've envisioned, or has it different? It's different?
I was supposed to be married with kids at 25 and a gynecologist.
Oh, I remember. No, I feel like, wasn't it something else? I remember in that little drill team book, you had put something else.
Did I?
I think so.
I don't know. I've always said OB-GYN because I want to deliver babies. And then I said massage therapist.
Okay. Maybe I'm going to have to go back and look at my archives. I feel like I have that picture.
You probably do. You always keep stuff.
I mean, because I'm sentimental. I'm sentimental like that. But okay. So are there days where you feel like, you know what, I got this, I'm winning? Or is it just like you're surviving with style? You can be honest. If it's both, it's both,
I think it's both.
Okay.
I have a very great support team behind me. And that in itself is like a lot of help for me. So that helps me get to being like where I'm kind of like surviving. But when I look at everything that, I have going on in my life, and I'm like, I have a car, I have a roof over my kids' head. I can, put groceries in my refrigerator. If they got stuff popping up, I got the money to be like, okay, well, so I feel like it's kind of both.
Hit or miss. Some days are like, but other days are like, you know what? I'm on top. I got this. Nothing gonna bring me down.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. And I feel like there's so much peace that comes with that. Just knowing that you got it.
That's it.
And then, so are there ever times where you feel like it's just completely overwhelming, or when you first started off? So you said you're a massage therapist. Let's talk about that. Like, how did that journey come to how it is now?
I
know I put you on the spot with it.
I know. Give me, like, what do you mean? Like, give me more.
So, okay, you said you had wanted to be a OB-GYN. So how did being a massage therapist come about, and then also taking it on as opening up your own business with it instead of like working under somebody else's roof and things?
Oh, I've always had that entrepreneur type feel in me. I have a problem with authority. You was not gonna tell me when, where, how, with the police and stuff. Yeah, I abide by the law. But it's like, goes back to that freedom part. I really want that freedom. So I think that I am, like, even because I do work a job still.
Okay.
And I tell anybody who owns a business, work that job to have that paper trail for like taxes, or, you need health care, all that, keep that job. But even still, as being a massage therapist, there's always places like, well, you pick your hours and you do whatever, or you can just, be on call, and, we'll call you if we need you, or stuff like that. So I think that I have made an amazing choice on being a massage therapist.
Okay. And then was it hard to get started? Like, especially with being a massage therapist, you got to make sure you got the clientele and things like that. How was that journey for you?
Well, starting out when I first graduated, I went and worked at like Massage Envies, like those big chain massage places, just to be safe, because a lot of people know me to be like quiet, and I used to be very shy and very timid. And so with being in that industry, you have to be careful with men wanting happy endings, like...
Ooh, the creeps.
And, I ain't no, ugly girl. I ain't trying to talk like that, but I just needed to be safe. So now that I'm at the point where I'm at, and this is just me in life, I will curse your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've built so much confidence in myself with being a massage therapist and having to be a people person that, you know, it helped me out a lot. So,
and so you say that you were shy and timid. I feel like I don't remember that.
Because you knew me or you know me. So, yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Like, if we go in a restaurant and it's, you know, me and you, then walking up to the hostess desk, I used to be like, can we? Okay. Now I'm like, hey, table for two. You know, like it just built that confidence in me. So,
well, see, I feel like you hit that so well though, because just even you're older than me, right? Growing up and just saying, you just always seemed like just outgoing.
Well, you're a little sister, so of course I'm gonna feel like that to you because, you know, yeah. So
I always looked up to you. I'm like, I'm be like that. I was probably the most annoying little child ever. It's okay. You can say if I was, because I was annoying.
All of y'all were, but that's okay. That's a part of growing.
That is true. That's how I am the way I am now. Okay. So redefining success on your own terms. I feel like with motherhood and then entrepreneurship, both come with their own versions of pressure. We're told that success should look like this, but I want to know, how has your definition of success changed over time?
At first, you know, being young, and then we were like right at the beginning of like social media and seeing, you know, fast money and the it girls and, you know, like being younger. And like, I tell myself now, if I was younger and I had like TikTok and stuff at my fingertips and didn't have kids, I would be probably somewhere with a rich man or somewhere in a high rise with a Benz. Like, all of that is coming. But it's taken me a little bit longer to get there. And even that's not success for me. You know, like that's just
like materialistic.
Yeah. Okay. So it's changed a lot because now I just want peace. You know, like being an entrepreneur, like it kind of threw me into like another level on like the spiritual plane. Like, not to sound like that, but God is something so different to me because I had no choice but to trust him.
Yeah.
I had no choice to be like, okay, God, my car about to get repoed. Like, what you know, like,
what you got planned up there, sir?
Yeah, like I'm about to get evicted. Like, so what? Yeah. So like my faith is like on a whole nother realm, you know? So it's like, I don't even think the same that I used to, even just a few months ago, you know? So it's like, it just changed me. So now I just want peace, you know, like it really don't matter where I'm living, you know, what I got in my closet and all that other stuff. Like, peace is really what I really want.
So your definition of success is peace. And I feel like that should be a definition that everybody uses because peace of mind is one of the best things that you can have. If you don't have peace of mind, you're going to be walking around, you're angry and upset and just like stir crazy 24/7. But once you truly find peace, anything and everything that comes your way, you can handle it.
Everything. Like, I don't even have the same conversations that I used to have. You know, like some of that stuff, like it almost annoy me. And it's kind of insulting to even partake in some of the stuff that I used to, you know, like, so it's I'm just like a whole nother Keisha. I love it because you know, I could be anywhere by myself. And, you know, I used to want to have my mom, well, I got to have my kids or somebody got to be with me. Now it's like, no, I could sit in a dark room by myself and just chill.
Just vibe out, think, collecting your thoughts, reflect on the day, talk to God. And I think it took me a little bit to get to that point too. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'm going to go with somebody, or if I want to go to a movie, I'll say, hey, let's go. And then if somebody didn't come or something, I just cancel it and not go. Now, I'm going. I see a movie out, I'm going to be out there. It might be the midnight premiere, but I'm gonna still be there.
Yeah.
I don't mind going and having dinner by myself.
Yeah.
Sitting in a so.
Yeah.
Like people be like, I'm too like shy or anxious to do. I was like, why though? Because if you're at home, you're by yourself. The only difference is, it'll be like a little bit crowded and it's other people around, but I love it. I sit there, eat my meal, be on my phone, scrolling TikTok, cracking up, and people probably be looking at me like, I honestly don't care. I'm at that age where I do not care.
And that's what it is. People, they care too much about what other people think and what they got to say. Like you said, I could go out to eat by myself. I could do the movies by myself. Unless it's like a scary movie, then I just want to go.
I'll go do that by myself too.
I can't. I cannot, because I talk to myself, and then like with scary movies, I be like, "Oh hell no!" People look at me like she's crazy.
But I think that I think that's what makes it fun though, because like everybody's reactions is different. Like, so I think I forgot which the last scary movie that I went and saw. Might have been Final Destination. But I'm listening to like other people and their reactions to it, and I'm cracking up, and I'm like, I feel you. I feel the same way. Like, because why? But I think that's also, it gives you just time to yourself, and everybody needs that time to themselves. And I don't think people really realize that until you actually go and spend some time with yourself.
Yeah.
Because you get to learn who you are. Who am I outside of what everybody sees of me or what everybody thinks, you know?
Yeah.
What do I enjoy to do? You know, what is Brittany like? Like when she's not around people and she just has herself to keep company and things. Because at the end of the day, everybody's not going to always be around.
Right.
So you got to be able to, I don't want to say be in complete solitude, but you got to be able to just isolate yourself for a little bit and be okay with just being by yourself. Because God might put you through some things where everybody might leave and it's just going to be you. And then it's going to have you relying on him. Like, y'all about to get closer.
Do you hear me?
Because that's just how life is.
Do you hear me?
It's
like God will sit you down and he'll make you talk to him, and he'll make you understand who he is and what's really going on. So yeah, I felt that in the past 2 years. So yeah,
because I feel like sometimes when we get a little bit too big for our britches and we think we got it all figured out, we got it all together, and it's like showing that we don't need him, that's when he slaps you in the face and says, "Ha,
yeah,
joke's on you.
Yep,
you still need me."
Yep.
So I love that you have come into the space to where you're just like, I'm good. I'm at peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So now you mentioned you are a massage therapist and that you had your own space, but you also told me, like, outside of the podcast, that you had recently closed down the suite that you had. Let's talk about that. How did that decision come about?
It was easy.
It was easy. the way she said that so quickly, y'all should have seen.
I'm relieved. Goddamn it. I'm trying not to curse.
It's a safe space. It's a safe space.
Okay,
go ahead.
Shit. It's not that I didn't have it. You know, like I said, the money is not the issue. I had to work a lot to keep it. You know what I mean? That's $300 a week.
Yeah.
So I had to work, you know? But this goes back to when we say, listen to God, you know, like, just, you need to be by yourself and, you know, remove all the chaos so you can hear God clearly. And I kid you not, Brittany, at least 85% of my clients, when I sent out that text message, 85% of them at least text me and said, "Hey, Keisha, I just ordered a table so you could come to my house."
What?
Like, when God say move, that's when you move. So now I don't have overhead. And now I have clients who are like, "I bought you a table. I bought my own sheets. I got lotion. I got music. Just bring yourself." So now I'm like, I should have did this
a while ago.
And that's what I also tell business owners too. Like, if you don't have to have overhead, don't have overhead.
Yeah.
And that, when I first opened it up, it was like, okay, I want to show people that I'm, you know, trying to build my empire and do this. And like, the empire is still building. But without that $1,200 a month, you know? So it's like, I think that was one of the best. And then this happened when my dad was going through his heart stuff too. So mentally, I wasn't there, you know? So it was like a lot going on and new changes happening. And now we gotta wrestle my dad, the dog.
Wrestle your dad.
Like, yeah, it was just so much happening all at once. I'm like, something gotta go. Because I'm too young to be stressed. You know, I can't get this weight off me because I'm, you know, overly stressed, can't sleep right. You know, got all this stuff going on. Something has to go. So when I made that decision to close that suite, it was just like a weight lifted off me and like everything just started to fall into place so easy.
And I just remember like your suite was very welcoming. It was very serene. It was very peaceful. We had the lights dim, the music going, the candles lit. Like it was a vibe.
Yeah, and it taught me a lot. So once my other stuff starts to take off, then yeah. So, and I'm a very detailed person.
You are.
And my prices wasn't cheap, so I had to kind of like make things. But yeah.
But you know what? You're good at what you do, and people pay for that. They're paying for your time and your services. Because I was so loosey goosey after. Like I don't think I did anything the rest of the day. I was just chill,
good,
relaxed, self-care. And that's when I was like, yep.
And
I will never let anybody else touch me. If it ain't you, because absolutely not.
Yeah, and you were one of my easier clients. Like most of my clients are like lymphatic massage. So like either they had like a surgery or they had a stroke or any type of situation where they have to have massage just to move things around. So yeah.
Well, okay, so you said your empire is still building. So do you see yourself later down the line, like opening up something where you run it, but you have other people working under you, or you don't want to manage people at all? You just gonna keep doing it on your own and building that way? Or like, could you see yourself being like having your own massage envy?
It wouldn't be like a massage envy.
Okay.
My thing is I like helping people. Even when I managed a spa, I managed a few spas. My girls were always like, it don't matter what it was, I was helping them in some type of way because I want to see people win. You know, I'm not one of those like mean managers or bosses like that. So, I want to put other massage therapists in a position to where they can feel like they have their own thing going on, but in a spa type environment.
Okay.
Not to give off too much, but so in other words, they'll all be independent contractors. I may pop in here and there just to make sure my housekeepers or, you know, my front desk girls are keeping everything intact and in order, but I don't see myself doing massage past the age 36.
Okay.
So yeah, I do want people to kind of work under me.
All right. Now, because we kind of mentioned this in the beginning, where you do multiple things and the way my brain ADHD works, I talked about candles. You had a whole candle business.
Yeah.
Do you still have it? Like, are you still putting orders in?
People are still reaching out for candles.
Okay.
But the thing with candles is I was making so many of them. There's like a danger in almost anything you do.
Okay.
I started to suffer from like severe migraines, getting dizzy, because I was just, you know, pouring out fragrance and not wearing a mask, or I would get the fragrance in the mirror and I'd be like, oh, let me smell it. And I would snip it right up my nose. Silly shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of like backed away from making so many because my health is very important to me. But people still do put their orders in. And I've had people like just of recent say, Keisha, you need to start back selling, like open up your website.
Yeah, because I'd rather go to you than Bath and Body Works. Honestly, like, I think that's why I don't shop at Bath and Body Works. Like, and I don't knock anybody who does. Because Bath and Body Works, they have like a lot of nice scents and things. Trust me, they do. But to me, I've always been that person. Like, if I have somebody that's creating the same things,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a support.
Yeah.
Now, I do sometimes do these body sprays.
Right.
But candle-wise, no, I got somebody to make candles.
Uh-huh.
And they can smell just as good or better than
Yeah.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go on support. Like, my Fruity Loop candle,
Oh, girl.
amazing. And then somebody took it, and I was so mad. Like, taking my candle. But I think you should do it again, but without possibly suffocating yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because pressed candles was legit.
Yeah. And then, I kind of got discouraged too with the candles because at one point I was like crazy busy.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like a growing pain. Like, I didn't know how to package the candles well. So people would and people like to sue. So people would get the candles and maybe they'll have one broke.
Mm-hmm.
I've had one woman, I sent out about 3 candles just to, have good customer service, and every one of them, I'm starting to think that she was breaking them on herself.
And she could have been. I'm not gonna knock that because some people they gonna keep pushing it and pushing to see how far they can get with it.
Exactly.
So
I kind of got a little bit discouraged with that because I'm like, girl, you ain't finna sue me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but now I know how to package them better and do things a little bit better. So that's a thought.
Okay. Now, with balancing career and personal peace and things, do you ever think that we give ourselves enough credit, or are we too focused on what we haven't done yet?
I think we're too focused on the things that we haven't done yet.
And I would agree because I know I am the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Even to this day, I don't give myself enough credit for things. I'm like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, but it's still not enough.
Yeah.
Like, I still should be doing this, doing more. But then I also had to kind of just take a step back and realize that causes headaches and pains when you do that to yourself. When you keep constantly trying to say where you should be at this point versus like other people, like, your success is your success.
Mm-hmm.
Your path is your path. Their success is their success. Their path is their path. Like, you can't compare this like apples to oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's journey and path to where they're trying to get to is different.
Absolutely.
Like, and I had to learn that. Like, you can't keep up with the Joneses because sometimes the grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Yeah, but sometimes it is too.
Sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's the catch-22 that people be having,
Mm-hmm.
And then to be on the other side of that, I've had people look at me and think that I've had everything,
Mm-hmm.
going right. I had a lot of estheticians and other massage therapists I still do, but they would look at me and be like, how'd you do it? I'm like, I'm doing the same thing you doing. It's nothing different. Like, time is what it's been 15 years for me in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So time is really what it is.
Yeah.
So,
and I feel like sometimes we do, like how you just said, I'm doing the same exact thing that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we actually limit ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you really put your all into it at that moment?
Yeah.
Like, did you say, oh, it's okay, I can slack off a little bit here and there? Like, so were you fully committed?
Right.
Because you can't get upset if you and person A are doing the same exact thing but getting different outcomes. Well, at some point, you haven't done the same exact thing. Like, do you know the times that they're getting up and putting into their business or their craft, or are you scrolling, watching, stuff on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, whatever, that's not gonna actually help grow your business, and it's just a distraction.
Right.
So
it's, in a sense, like when I say the same thing, like we're both massage therapists or we're both in the industry, but to what extent?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you could still, you could be comfortable with working at a Massage Envy or one of those big chains, but are you going to take that risk and do things on your own? Yeah. So.
No, I get that because I've learned that just with other side adventures and things too. It was like, I can't be mad at other people's success and how quickly, quote unquote, I'm using quotes, it happens for them, because I don't see everything on the back end. Like I see what they're saying like in the now, but I don't know the time and effort that went into it. Like I don't know the grind that they had, how many years they've been, doing what they're doing. Yeah. But I also use things like that as motivation for me, at least. Because I'm like, I know I have the ability to get to that. And I know sometimes I'm just in my own way because I might just be being lazy and I'm being lazy and not wanting to really put my all into it at that moment. So I have had to take a step back and realize that within myself. And that's why I think how I am now, I try not to do too many things at once because I know if I start to get overwhelmed, I'm just going to stop doing it and I'll be like, I'm done. But I also know that a lot of the endeavors that I have are things that I do enjoy, but I can't do it all at once. Like I gotta at least like perfect one thing and then move on to the next one and then move on to the next one type thing. So that's kind of like with my photography. Like I love doing photography and I've done a lot of different things to get to where I'm at now, like watching different videos, learning the camera settings, just practicing and shooting and things. So I will never get upset or compare myself to like other photographers and things who might just be starting out and be like, oh, they look so much better. I'm like, no, I can't necessarily get upset at that because I don't know all the back stuff that they've done, to get to that.
Yeah. And then again, it's not your journey.
Exactly.
So, you watching people, you looking out my window and, you got stuff going on.
Yeah. Like you too busy focused on what's out your window, but then not realizing what's behind you in your course.
Yep.
So that's a learning lesson. Y'all, I hope y'all taking notes because if you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to juggle and figure that out, these are gems. Just saying. I might be a little biased, but at the same time, we're speaking from experience.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to kind of segue into like losing yourself versus choosing yourself. Let's talk identity. I know for me, there was a time when I looked in the mirror and I didn't even recognize the woman staring back at me. And it took me a long time to fully appreciate who was staring back at me because I did lose myself for a while. I was just like, I was in a little funk, almost had like the pity part of the woe is me type thing, but then I just had to look at it and say, stop being a little baby.
Yeah.
And get yourself together. If you want to change something, then change it.
Yeah.
Like the only person stopping you is yourself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, even like with my weight loss journey and things like.
And I'm so proud of you, Kat.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel so much better.
You look good too.
I do?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look real good.
Thank you. But yeah, then I just had to be like, I'm going to stop saying I'm going to do something about it. Just actually go and do something about it. And then once I did, all this stuff has started happening. So I'm like, see, I was just in my own way.
Right.
But has there ever been a point in your journey where you felt like you lost yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. And even with being a mom too, like that postpartum depression is real and it can last for years. So, and with me, sometimes I used to think that, okay, you had a baby at 16, baby at 21, trying to beat the odds, not, because I had a lot of people saying, you ain't going to be nothing, ain't going to never be nothing, you got this going on, and it was grown people. And imagine, I'm 16 at the time.
And hearing that from
20, with a frontal lobe that ain't even developed. If I hear that shit now, you getting cursed out. And if I hear you say it to somebody that's young, I'm really going to curse you. So it was a lot because I had to step back and see like, these people ain't got nothing going on. It's the same people that talked about, and said whatever they said. And so I felt like I had to like not get cute or always be at work or always being a mom and making sure my kids are straight before me. And so I'm still trying to find myself. My oldest son is going to be 18 this year. Mama is hot and outside. Okay.
It is.
I am.
The fact that he's about to be 18.
Right.
I held him when he was born.
Girl.
I was about to be 18. And I just want to say, you have done a great job.
Oh, God, thank you.
You have done an awesome job. Like, you are raising, because Josiah, you're still raising Joe, but really well-rounded young men.
Yeah.
And, like, I see how they look out for you. Even if you fuss, because when we're parents, they're going to fuss.
Mm-hmm.
But them, like, went finna play with my mama.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Josiah might give me a hard time, but he don't play about his mama. Tell me, you know, straight up that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful that I got, you know, because Termion was like the son that I prayed for. Mm-hmm. Being pregnant at 16 and knowing what to pray for. And I'm like, God, I just want him to be the perfect first boy. And he is. He makes sure the stuff's straight when I'm working late. You know, he sometimes cook dinner. Mm-hmm. If he don't feel like cooking, and he ordering DoorDash. And with him being the only, or not the only, but the first grandchild, he's spoiled. And he got bank accounts and cash apps and everything else. He gonna help out around the house. And sometimes I do feel bad because I'm like, he don't need to, you know, do all that. But mm-hmm. he'll be like, Mom, you ain't got to come home from work and cook. I ordered Taco Bell or Chipotle mm-hmm. or whatever, and I'm like, that's why you're my dog.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. But yeah, I'm very grateful to have him. But Josiah's going to be 13 this year. And so I'm trying to find myself because I don't know who I am. Mm. Being a mother since 16, it was all about my kids, you know. So I feel like once they're like older, because you're gonna always be a mama once you have a baby. Yeah. Even my mama's still mom, you know, like
same. My mother's still mothers. Yeah. My father's still fathers.
Yeah. So it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that I'll be doing like more spontaneous because I missed the whole, well, not really because my parents really helped me out, but still just to have that freedom of like, you know, maybe I'll do an amusement park by myself, or maybe I'll go do something fun like Top Golf by myself, or, you know, just figure out who I am more. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm working on right now. So I'm trying to find who Keisha really is.
And are there like certain things that you're doing to find that, or is it just you kind of just letting it happen as it happens?
Well, first off, I'm getting over my anxiety.
Okay.
I don't like people too much. I don't.
I just feel like you and your brother are just
CJ worse than me. I've seen CJ cut off people and walk off mid sentences while people was talking. I'm like, damn, you worse than me. Oh, I at least will say, okay, you have a good day now. CJ, he'd be like, all right.
And just walk away.
Oh. But yeah, I'm trying to be more of a, not even an extrovert, but just being out in public more. Because I think what I'm starting to learn too is I'm more fearful of what I would do to somebody as opposed to, you know, especially because I'm quiet, I'm at my business, I don't bother nobody. Mm-hmm. You know, so if you coming at me, then
I'm gonna pop off.
Yeah. Okay. And my mouth is like lethal. Mm-hmm. So just trying to learn how to be in society more.
Okay. Well, no, because I want you to keep me updated with this. You laughing? I'm serious.
Me too. I want to. Why? So something gonna happen. It's gonna be a viral video of me at Walmart cursing somebody out, and I'll be like, "Look, sis, I tried."
Everything happens at Walmart, though. So
everything. That's why I go to Target. No, I don't go to Target. I ain't been to Target. I've been to Target lately, but I ain't spent much in Target.
The only reason I go to Target is because my CVS is in Target. But other than that, Walmart is literally. Target's right here. Mm-hmm. Walmart is literally right across the street. So I will go to CVS and then go drive to Walmart because I don't shop. Target too expensive for one.
Yeah.
Now their quality of stuff is a little bit better. Mm-hmm. You get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna always have some type of entertainment at Walmart. It's always something. That's why they made Walmart no longer 24 hours. There's a lot of shenanigans happening. They had a whole song dedicated to Walmart called Wally World.
Oh.
Good time.
Good time.
But so what helped you reclaim space for yourself then? Because you said you're in the process of like finding out who you are and getting your way back to you. But what also helped you reclaim that space?
Understanding that we are on borrowed time.
Mm.
And I feel like I've seen so many women who were like beautiful, healthy, they wanted to live.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen, like them, passing in some type of way. And to me, I thought that was like, okay, it's sad, but I think that it's also insulting too for me to just mope around in life when people wish that they had a chance. As long as I'm alive now, I feel like, because at one point I was so depressed where I wasn't even combing my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't, putting on makeup. I'll shower, brush my teeth, throw on some leggings and Crocs and, like whatever. Yeah.
But does that go back to like dealing with the postpartum? Or?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So now I'm trying to pull myself out of that and realize that, hey, I am alive.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let me start living as opposed to just existing.
Because that's a blessing in itself.
Yeah. I'm trying not to curse you.
It's a safe space.
Okay, shit.
Like, because I feel like, again, and I've said this before on the podcast, getting it out.
Right.
Sometimes these are conversations that you just have with yourself, but actually speaking it out loud is very healing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like you're in that space where you need to cuss, do it. Let's like, you ever watch Abbott Elementary?
Yeah.
There was a recent scene with Janine. She was like, I gotta cuss. And he was like, okay, do it. And then she said it and he was like, I was not expecting. She was like, well, this calls for a more dramatic moment, but not saying like this is dramatic or anything, but it's a safe space. So get it out, let it out. Heck, if you felt like you need to just yell type thing, do it, because that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned you like knowing people that has passed away and things. And you mentioned earlier that like your health is very important to you. And I see that you've been back in the gym. I can see the weight loss. I see it.
Okay.
I see your meals that you've been eating and cooking and things like that. Like, how do you feel? Like, how does your body feel?
My body feels really good. Like I used to wake up and still feel tired.
Yeah.
I used to wake up and my bones and my body used to ache so bad. I'm taking, is it my magnesium?
I've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah, I've started my magnesium. And then we're women. So let's talk. At one point I was going like 3-4 months without a period. Stress, unhealthy diets, and things like that. So now, like when I was younger, I used to feel my period start, like I used to cramp up like a week before, and I could feel like, okay, I'm hungry, I'm cramping, and now I'm starting to feel back to like that youthful type feel, So I feel like it's an amazing life change because my body does thank me for it.
You don't realize how much your body is screaming for help until you really start to listen to it and make those changes.
Yeah,
because I can say the same thing. I have felt so much better. I'm sleeping better. I still have a little hard time sleeping, but it's just my brain is always on. But I sleep more. I'm not like feeling as tired and drained of energy. I get up and go. Like, and I realized for me, if I get up and go to the gym early in the morning, I have a very peaceful day.
Oh yeah, your day go back. It feels longer too, and then it feels like you have so much more energy because you woke your body up.
And like even with me having to go into the office 2 days a week, like I don't mind waking up and being at the gym at 4 a.m. And doing like a quick 30 to an hour workout, shower, and then go right to work and be at work at like 5-6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
but I'm not angry because I'm like, my endorphins have just been released and things. It's just, you feel so much better.
Yeah.
So I love that you're on this healing journey. And I've just seen like a lot of people now, men and women, have been starting to take their health seriously and have been in the gym and just releasing it, because it's also a good stress relief.
It sure is.
Like
a lot of people, they go to the gym just for like their mental as opposed to like their body, because you do feel happier when you, because God is amazing. Okay. He took his time with his body.
Yeah.
So when you're like up moving and you're not like moping around in the bed to whatever. And like when you realize, like, say if like you have to work early in the morning, you lay up until like 30 minutes until you have to be at work, your day is like spouchy and but even if you wake up early, make you a cup of coffee, take a nice cold hot shower, get yourself together, comb your hair, do your makeup.
Yeah.
Like you feel so much better.
You do. You really do. Like that self-care is a must.
Yeah.
Like I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to say it again. Self-care is a must.
Yeah.
Not just for women, but for men too.
Yeah.
Y'all can practice in self-care as well. You feel amazing.
Yeah. And this just says also what you think about yourself. You know, if we're in a relationship and your man call you at 5 o'clock in the morning, hey, I need you to come pick me up. Oh, here I come. You know, like your body is saying, hey, I need you to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. You be like, no.
Right. Like if you can get up for that man.
Thank you.
You go get up and go to the gym.
Thank you.
Point blank, period. Like, come on now. Or even late at night, like depending on what gym you go to. If you go to Planet Fitness, it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
Go get in the gym. My gym closes at midnight. So it's a lot of times where I'm in there at 10. Because I am going to prioritize a nap. I'll come home from work, take a nap, get re-energized, then go to the gym.
Yeah, naps are important.
They are essential because I need them at this age. I appreciate them. I didn't appreciate them when I was younger.
Yeah.
I appreciate them now. But okay, so we're almost we're getting to like the last segment here. Grace, growth, and being her. Let's be real. We don't give ourselves enough grace. What's something you've learned to forgive yourself for recently?
Something I've learned to forgive myself for recently is, girl, turning 34. What I've learned to do, this is what helps me give myself more grace.
Okay.
Is being okay with any outcome. Once I've learned how to detach myself from any outcome, I'm not so like, because had I not learned that and I closed my suite, I would be like, I'm a failure. I messed up, or let me try to go reopen it again, or let me put myself through some more, whatever, just to have it. Like what God had for me is like so much better than what it was. Like, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
So I've just learned how to be okay with the ending of things, or be okay with something flourishing. And that's with relationships. I don't care if a man stay or leave. That's with friendships or any relationship, even family. Like, I'm okay whether you choose to be in my life or not.
Yeah. Because the overall outcome, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And this is what God has destined for me. Like I'm just here living out his plan.
I like that mindset and that mentality, because I feel like a lot of times we get so focused on what didn't happen, and then we just get stuck in that loop.
Yeah.
And then so it's like you're thinking about what didn't happen, and then when you try to go and do something else, you let that fear creep back in from the past. It's like, but I did this and this happened. I did this and this happened. And then now you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you aren't giving yourself that room to flourish because you just keep living in the past. And you just got to realize whatever outcome is whatever outcome.
Yeah.
You at least know yourself that you tried. Now, sometimes you might have that guilt because if you feel like maybe you didn't try hard enough.
Exactly.
So now that's not necessarily, oh, this happened, but this is like, I was the cause for this. And I think sometimes we got to have those hard truths with ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So. And that's the thing too, is like, whatever I'm doing, I strive to do it at my best capacity. So if anything, like with the suite that I had closed, it was like, okay, I got people still calling trying to, because I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I open up my new space, I have those 125 clients to say, hey, I'm back, whether it's next week, 6 months, next year, you know, like, so I think that when you put your all in everything, that all you can do is say, like, I gave it my best.
Yeah.
And that's for relationships too. I am a heavy lover, a strong lover. Like, I make sure my man is straight, and the man that I deal with, make sure I'm straight, because that's the only way for me. So,
as it should be.
Yeah. So it's like, I put my all into it. So if it didn't work out, okay, I still love you, but
all right, that's on you. You messed up this good thing. So
yeah. So
all right. Well, what would you say to the woman listening right now who's tired, feeling behind, or questioning if she can do it all?
You can. It's in your mindset. Like, I am such, like, and I don't want to because I have to be careful, because we have, we grew up in church and stuff. And, I see God as a completely different from, I am God type, like, to me, like, the way that I simplify God is like my imagination. You could think of God as like, whatever you think of in your head, God is everything, and he says that, like, whatever you think of, like, I could just see that, being God, my imagination. So if I say, hey, God, I got this idea, God is in that, like, if you feel like you want to do something and you have that idea of it in your head, then it's already there. You just have to work in God's, on God's time and in God's order. So it's kind of hard to explain, but as long as you have that idea and you've prayed about it, you've asked God about it, and everything in you says go and do it, then
do it.
Do it.
Y'all heard that? You can just do it like Nike.
Just do it like Nike. And understand, it's not as complicated as we make it. It's extremely simple.
Yeah. I think a lot of times we make things very complicated.
Absolutely.
And then that talks us out of doing it, because we just made it more complicated than what it needs to be, because, again, we're being in our own heads and mind instead of just trusting God and letting him lead us.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I reference to kids a lot, because kids have the most innocent imagination and thought process. So say if, like, me and you are sisters, and our dad is in the other room, God, right? God got a room full of candy, snacks, popsicles, all that. I say, I really could, I want a popsicle right now. And you nonchalantly go ask him for it. No, he gonna tell me no.
Yep.
You get up and go in the room, or you go wherever. I don't even know where you went to. You come back with a popsicle. How you get that popsicle?
Because I asked.
That's simple. You have not because you asked not. God wants us to have stuff like that. Like, so it's really simple. Just ask God for it. And he may tell you, hold on. You come back in the room and sit down. He walk out the room with a popsicle. May even have two, because he'll bless the people on side of you too.
That part. What does it say? Asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open unto you.
Matthew 7:7.
Yes. That's embedded. Sure. Drill team. That's embedded.
It's that simple.
Well, listen, if this episode reminded you that you're not alone, mission accomplished, we did our job. You can be a mom, a boss, a dreamer, a bold one. You don't have to shrink for anybody. This is your safe space. And today was just a reminder that being her, that's more than enough. I want to thank my big sis Keisha for joining us again today and being in this space and feeling safe to just be vulnerable and talk about it. I'm Britt, and I'll see you next time on the Safe Space Podcast about, honestly, anything.